Hi, everyone. So we left off on page 100 as we talk about the difference between vertebrates and invertebrates. So we left off on page 100, second paragraph. A mollusk is a type of invertebrate that is a soft body without bones. This phylum is called mollusca, includes our animals like our snails, slugs, clams, and squids. Worms belong in three different phyla. Flatworms are flat and thin. They live in wet or damp places. Roundworms can live in water or on land. Segmented worms include the earthworm. Arthropods is the largest phylum of animals. Arthropods are animals with jointed legs. That word arthropod means jointed feet. Arthropods include insects, lobsters, and spiders. Their bodies are covered in a tough outer skeleton that's divided in separate parts. Okay? And let's look on 101. I like this chart. It's kind of showing us a diagram of these invertebrates. Okay? So when we look, some examples of invertebrates on 101 is an earthworm, a giant clam. We've got a pseudo scorpion, that means fake scorpion. Then we have a jellyfish. And you're going to determine in 101, okay, does the animal have a soft body? If the answer is no, looks like we've got a pseudo scorpion. If it does have a soft body, if we move to yes, now does it have a shell? And if the answer is yes, then we've got a giant clam. If it does not have a shell, and it is not segmented, we've got a jellyfish. If it does not have a segmented body, if it does, then it is an earthworm. You can physically see the segments, so an earthworm is segmented. Okay, jellyfish, you're not physically seeing those segments. Okay, so if you follow along on the Google slide in front of you, want to kind of review the animal kingdom. So if we remember, King Philip came over for green spaghetti. Okay, we've got the animal kingdom, right, made up of many cells. They don't make their own food, and they're in two groups. Vertebrates have a backbone. They then have 5 groups we talked about: amphibians, birds, fish, mammals, and reptiles. Invertebrates do not have a backbone. They include mollusks like our snails and slugs. Then there's flatworms, annelids, roundworms, or just a specific type of worm, sponges. This is pronounced echinoderms. Cnidarians are like jellyfish, and arthropods, which means jointed legs. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of take you and review what we read on 97. One type of animal, okay, this is a vertebrate, are mammals. Remember, they have hair, produce milk, they give birth, they don't actually have eggs. Mammals are all warm-blooded and most importantly have that backbone. Another type of animals we read about are reptiles. They have dry scales. They lay leathery shelled eggs. They are cold-blooded. And another type of vertebrate having a backbone. Our third group we read about amphibians. They have moist skin. They lay jelly-coated eggs in water, cold-blooded. They can live on land and water. Amphibians have a backbone. Birds, they have feathers, hollow bones. They lay hard-shelled eggs, warm-blooded, and have a backbone. And our fifth group of animals are fish. They have wet scales. They lay eggs in water. They are cold-blooded. They live in water and have a backbone. So remember, these are 5 types of vertebrates, meaning they have backbones. Okay, you are now going to look at this vertebrate sort, meaning they all have backbones. Look at the animals and decide, and look at the captions from the previous slides to determine if it's a fish, mammal, amphibian, reptile, or bird. Okay, then you will have an answer key on the next slide. Please do this first before you check your answers. Have fun learning about some animals.